back with another video. Today I wanted to touch on kind of an interesting little subject that happens sometimes but not very often. So over the past few days I've picked up and transported a couple of people from coroners and taken them to a bigger city so they can have autopsies done. Today I actually got to pick up the same person and take them to a different place. Normally it goes straight back to the funeral home, but sometimes they can go to a trade embalmer, sometimes they can go to a tissue donation facility, and so I could end up seeing the same person multiple times. So in pretty rare instances, I could potentially pick up from a scene, take to a coroner, then later on pick up from a coroner and take to a pathologist, and then pick up from a pathologist and take to a tissue recovery facility, then pick up from a tissue recovery facility and take to a trade embalmer, and then pick up and from trade embalmer and take to a funeral home. Sometimes funeral homes get real busy, and that's why they call people like me, and then they'll also use trade embalmers sometimes if they can't do it themselves. But that's the whole reason why people like me exist, is because sometimes they just need help. And in an ultra rare instance, I could later on then pick up that same person from the funeral home and take to an airport to be shipped off to somewhere else. That's pretty rare, all happening with the same person, but there is a lot of times where I transport from a coroner to a pathologist and then later on go back and pick up the same person and take them to a funeral home. Sometimes it works out where I can drop off at the pathologist and coordinate a time to be back within like an hour or so. Sometimes they just get them done real quick, and so I'll just go get breakfast or run a few errands and go back. That's really nice because the pathologist is actually like an hour from my house, so if I don't have to go all the way back home and then, and then 2 hours later drive all the way back to the pathologist, then it makes it really nice. I'll just charge some wait time, and then I've built a good relationship with the forensic team, and they'll usually just send me a text, "Hey Rich, they're ready," so I'll just head right back, and makes it pretty efficient. So yeah, interesting little tidbit of information a lot of people don't know is the same person can be transported to multiple different places just depending on what's going on. I mean, 9 times out of 10 it's just a pickup and a drop off to their last destination. That's typically what happens most often, but sometimes we can be transporting the same person multiple times to all these different places. So yeah, any questions, let me know in the comments. Don't be afraid to ask. I'll answer anything. Like and subscribe.